What is fluorosis? Fluorosis is a condition where you ingest or you take in a lot of a mineral called fluoride into your body, and then it affects the formation of teeth and bones. Okay, so not only the teeth, even the bones. Now, fluoride in very little quantities is actually protective over your teeth, and that's why most of the formulations of toothpaste actually have fluoride in them. Okay, so if you ingest a lot of the fluoride in the water that you're consuming, it actually affects your teeth. Now, it affects children from age of 0 to age of 8. So after 8 years of age, let's say 8, 9, okay, the child is not at risk of developing fluorosis. I've seen adults come and tell me that, oh, the water that I drink is affecting my teeth. It really doesn't. So the critical period is between age 0 and age 8. Now, there's an epidemic of fluorosis in Nairobi, especially, because for a very long time we were dependent on city council water. But because of the rapid growth in infrastructure and buildings in Nairobi, many people are building flats, and then because they don't have access to water, they sink boreholes. We have other people who decide to build their own homes in places which there is no water system, and so they end up sinking boreholes or using community water that is dependent on borehole water. Now, many people do not have that water inspected to see the amount of fluoride in the water. Now, the water will affect you when you cook with it, when you use it to make your child's formula, okay? The food that you're eating, if it has been cooked with that water and has a lot of fluoride, it will affect the child. If you are growing vegetables, okay, and you are using that water to irrigate, okay, so that's also a risk. So many people will realize after the teeth have grown, you're talking about age of 6, when the permanent teeth now are growing, 5.5 to 6, then they realize the effects of the fluoride. Baby teeth are not really affected by fluorosis because baby teeth are formed in the mother's womb. But the permanent teeth are the ones that are affected, and these are the teeth that the child will carry for the rest of their lives. So, what should we do about fluorosis? First of all, I would like to show you some pictures of fluorosis, and it can be from as mild as this, okay? So where you see white chalky surfaces of enamel, and on top you have some lines, okay? To as severe as, let me show you, to as severe as this, okay? So, what should we do about fluorosis? Fluoride. I recommend people should have their water tested, okay? Just take a sample from your tap, from your kitchen, okay? And take it to the government chemist. You can go to Kenya Bureau of Standards in South Sea. They test it. I'm not sure of the cost, but they test it. I think it should be around 2,000 shillings. They test it, and they will tell you the recommended amount is below 1 part per million, okay? The recommended, if we test your water and it is above 1 part per million, that is harmful to your children's teeth. That's number one. And the cost of treating fluorosis is really expensive, okay? That's number one. Secondly, there are filters that are sold in this country, and you can actually install a filter in your house that there's some do reverse osmosis. There's some that actually have fluoride filters that will remove the fluoride from the water. I know there's I think the Catholic Diocese of Nakuru was doing something about using something called bone char, which you filtrate water through that. The other thing is to be in a habit of monitoring when even your child, where they go to school, just try and find out what is their water source, okay, and know what because they could be exposed also there. Maybe a school where they go to school, the school has also sunk a borehole, and they're also picking quite a lot of fluoride from there. If you live in a place that is doesn't have access to water, it's not been the water has not been it's not piped water, and you're dependent on a borehole, you can actually rainwater harvest. Okay, you can harvest rainwater in a tank and use that. That has 0 fluoride in it. and that will really reduce the risk of fluoride, of fluorosis. But I think long term we need to be vigilant, okay, and just petition even our authorities that it is not right for us to bring up kids only to realize later that the water we've been consuming, either supplied by a community water hole or supplied by even your landlord or supplied, has never been tested, and you have been living in an area and you had no idea about the amount of fluoride. So we need to create awareness out there, especially to young mothers, about the water that the children are consuming. Yes.